Guys, welcome back to Sports Talks here on the channel. And guys, right now what I'm actually going to be talking about is Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Happened tonight, actually. I believe it was on TNT, if I'm correct. And yeah, rematch between the Cavs and the Warriors. The trilogy, if you will, as most people are calling it. The trilogy happened right today. It happened in the Oracle. And some pretty special guests from what I saw in attendance. You had people such as, you had Jay-Z, you had Marshawn Lynch, you had Rihanna, had all those people in the stands. I think there might have been more. Kevin Hart, I know. I saw this. I also saw this on Snapchat. No, the line was Golden State by 7.5, and it actually turned out to be the line was a lot more. Or the end result actually turned out being Golden State 113, Cleveland 91, and that was actually, and it was absolute blowout, folks. First quarter actually looked close. Like it looked like it was gonna be close. 35, 30 the score. Then it was a 25-22 points each. Or 25 for the Warriors, 22 in the second. So it was a 52. It was a 52 to a 62-52 game. So an 8-point game. At the half. Half of my math is correct. It should be. Yeah, 52. 52-8. Or 52. 60, 8-point game. And then the real downfall for the Cavs. This game, they kept it close in the entire game except for the third quarter. Third quarter, Warriors kind of broke away. 33 for the Warriors in the third. 20 in the third for the Cavs. So, yeah, at that point, a lot of people were calling game over for the Cavs. I'm actually gonna go over the stats real quick. LeBron was LeBron on 28 and 15. In 8 assists, no steals, 2 blocks. For LeBron, Kevin Love, 15 and 21, absolute monster game for him. And 1 assist is on the night, and I think he had 3 blocks. No steals. And the one thing that kind of catches my interest is there are a lot of guys who are supposed to be contributing to this offense and who got a lot of minutes who honestly should have really had a bigger impact in this game. And I think that was kind of big for the Cavs because if you look at it, the big scorers on the night, LeBron, Love, and Kyrie, 28, 15, and 24. And unfortunately, that's something that cannot happen going into game 2. Tristan can't score 0 points, and he's the starting center. That's what's key right there. Is the fact that Tristan Thompson had 0 points in some night, and he's the starter. All right, he is the starting center. Or now I'm drawing a blank as to who the backup center is or who played backup up at center. But still, well, it might have been Kevin Love. Kevin Love might have played center a little bit tonight. But still, the fact of the matter is this. Tristan Thompson, 0 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And no blocks, no steals, like a lot of zeros. And Tristan Thompson is supposed to be that big factor that's going to be, I guess you could say the difference maker. But today, he really wasn't. And if you looked at it, Zaza had a better game than him. And Zaza played 14 minutes. JaVale had a better game, and he played 6. And that's something that is going to need to change for someone such as Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson, he's going to need to step it up come game 2, which is going to be Sunday. It's going to be at the Oracle again. And again, a lot of people really didn't have a lot of points. J.R. Smith, he's known to have a killer 3. Only had 3 points on the night. Kyle Korver, obviously deadly from long range, obviously wasn't tonight. They over 3 from the field, or over 3 in field goal percentage. Same thing with Darren Williams. He didn't have a shot go up, and he's supposed to be the backup to Kyrie, and he's also supposed to be providing some good numbers. He went over 4 on the night for field goals, and Tristan Thompson only had 3 shots. What? And they didn't even go to the line, and that was something that I think is kind of big. Again, I'm actually also going to look for 3-pointers. Tristan didn't take any. Korver missed 3. He threes. Williams missed 2. But yeah, like I said, a lot of these guys on Cleveland, they're not really scoring. You look over at the Golden State line score, you listen to this. Is at least everybody scored, or at least 2 points who got minutes. Okay, a minus 1 person. 1 person, and I don't even know if he took a shot. I'm actually going to look at that right now. Yeah, he took 2 shots and he missed. So, I mean, and hear this. Durant, 38, 8, and 8. Draymond Green had 9 and 11. 9, 11, and 2. Zaza had 8 and 6. Clay had 6 and 3, 6, 3, and 4. Where's Clay been this entire series? Curry, he had 28, 6, and 10. He had a double-double. Iggy had 7, 3, and 1. Ian Clark had 4, 1, and 0. Livingston had 2, 2, 2. David West had 2, 1, and 1. And JaVale McGee, he had 4, 5, and 1. James McAdoo. Oh, my bad, guys. He had 2, 1, and 0. Patrick McCaw, he was the only one who did not score that got minutes for the Warriors. Whereas McCaw had 0, 3, and 1. Matt Barnes, 3, 0, and 1. And that's Matt Barnes, guys. That's the thing. And, I mean, to say that Matt Barnes, he took 2 shots. And, guys, if you can do the math, one of them was a 3. And he made it. He made it. And to say that Matt Barnes is even knocking down shots, and to say that 1, 2, 3, 4 guys for the Cavs, all of them got pretty good minutes. I'm gonna say 3 of them got pretty good minutes. Derek Williams, not really much he could do, and literally he didn't do much. Like, literally the only stat that he really has is the fact that he played 4 minutes and he was 0 for 2 in shots. Didn't have any steals, didn't have any blocks, really didn't do anything, I guess you could say, if that's the case. Like I said, Korver, 20 minutes, no points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Korver is a shooting guard. Keep that in mind, folks. Korver is a shooting guard we're talking about. Darren Williams, he's a point guard, 0, 3, and 1. Now, these guys, I'm not saying they should be inside. I'm not saying they should be in the paint. And I'm not saying that getting the rebounds is a good thing. All I'm saying is that these guys were brought onto the team because they were going to be able to contribute both defensively and offensively. And unfortunately, Game 1, they were not able to do so. Now, whether that be good defense on the Warriors' ends, or just straight, poor basketball on terms of the Cavs, it's something where the Cavs are going to need to address it in practice if they're going to have a better shot in Game 2 of this series, guys. And it's going to be, and I can't stress this enough, okay? Durant got Game 1. They got Game 1. And the Cavs cannot go down 2-0 going back to Cleveland. Because then they're going to have to play catch up. And I don't think the Cavs want to force a Game 7 in the Oracle again. I think this time... Alright, and I know LeBron wants to shut the critics up and say that they can beat this super team, that they can be the team that actually puts a rock in the stone and actually give the Warriors their first loss in the playoffs, actually. Now, in terms of game two, like I said, a lot of things are going to have to change. And obviously, the first thing that's going to have to change is either going to be the defense of the Cavs, as where they cannot allow more than 90 points for the Warriors, which, in my opinion, with this team, with the Warriors, in my opinion, I think it's impossible. That's my opinion. I really do think that holding the Warriors to under 90 points, I think that's going to be easier said than done, or well, yeah, it's going to be easier said than done. It's going to be very hard to hold the Warriors because of the talent that's on the team in the starting lineup between Clay, Steph, Draymond, and Durant. Now, this is going to be the keys for game two, and I'm kind of going to go over it in a couple when game two happens, and I'm pretty much going to do like a preview video on game two. Probably Sunday before I go into work. Or I'll probably do it on Saturday. That's beside the point. But back to what I was saying. But the one thing that needs to happen is, one, yes, LeBron kind of does need to step up. If his team's going to slack, LeBron needs to be LeBron. He needs to be aggressive. Yes, he was aggressive today, but he needs to be more aggressive if that's going to be the case. Now, Kevin Love, he had an amazing game. 15 and 21. Can't really ask much. And he had 1 assist. You can't really ask that much out of Kevin. Or ask any more out of Kevin Love. I mean, he's doing amazing. He really is. Maybe he Alright, maybe he also tries and gets, a couple more extra points to help LeBron out, just in case something like this was to happen. But it was a little bit laughable. Tristan Thompson, obviously, hang on, I'll actually get to Tristan Thompson in a little bit. Kyrie Irving, amazing game. He took care of what he needed to do. He took care of the matchup between him and Curry. Curry doesn't really play defense that much, and he took advantage of it. And that's something that was smart of Kyrie. He did a great job with it. Now, talking about Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, Kyle Korver, Deron Williams. Alright, these four guys need to do one thing. Tristan, he needs to do better on the glass, at cleaning up on the glass. Give or take, he's not the biggest center in the league at 6'10", but he needs to get it done against Zaza. Because Zaza really isn't... One, he's not that taller than Tristan Thompson. Only an inch taller. Tristan is, I believe, 6'10", like I said. And Zaza is only 6'11". So, Tristan can use that 1 inch advantage and actually get the rebound off of Zaza. And he can actually bully Zaza because Zaza isn't really known for his blocking ability. Same thing with McGee. Alright? Zaza and JaVale are not necessarily the two types of bigs that you want to have in the center position because they can easily get posted on. Now, I'm not saying... Now, I didn't say posterize, I said posted on. As in pretty much post up. Now, the thing that's going to get me about J.R. Smith is, and I guess you could give him some leeway because Clay only had 6 points, and Clay really hasn't been there throughout the playoffs. I mean, this has been Clay through the past, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let's go through the past. Is this the past 10 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so the last 10 games, Clay hasn't been there. Clay has gone 6, 10, 17. This is starting from April 24th up to today. Clay has gone 18, 15, 14, 6, 21, and 6, 11, 17, 10, 6. Now, I get it. There are a lot more options now with Durant on the team. But still, Clay needs to be Clay. Alright? Clay needs to be that shooting guard that really doesn't give up. If J.R. Smith is going to have a bad game, Clay has to have an even better game. And now, J.R. Smith had half the points that Clay had divided by. Alright, so pretty much divide 2 by 6. You get the picture. JR only had 3 points, and JR hasn't really been known. And JR, he He's been the same way as Clay, but he needs to step it up big time. If Clay's gonna have a bad game, JR needs to have a big game. And like I said, he hasn't really been the best either. Going 6, 6, 9, 3, 2, 9, 13, 5, 6, and 3. That's going back from May 1st to today. And again, that's really something that he needs to control, something that he needs to take advantage of. If Clay's going to have a bad game, he needs to have a better game. And because J.R. Smith is, like I said, in my opinion, he's probably one of the better shooters in the league. Same thing with Kyle Korver, same thing with Deron Williams. Both of them, yes, Deron Williams is known for defense, but he's also known for some offense. And he can provide it in a big way when Kyrie goes to the bench. However, today he didn't really show it in terms of the offensive part. And the same thing with Kyle Korver. He takes a heavy amount of shots, I want to say. He was 0 for 3 from the field. Well, and all 3 of his shots were 3-pointers. He can't, yes, I know Korver is known for his 3-point shot, but Korver also can attack. Alright? That's something that I think Korver really does need to take advantage of, is the fact that he can attack inside. Alright? If he has a very good, alright, yes, he has a very good long-range game, but he also has a very good mid-range game. And now, I'm not saying go in and attack against Kevin Durant. I'm saying if you have the matchup against, and say Klay Thompson, or say you have it against Shaun Livingston, and even Ian Clark, maybe. If you have that matchup, take that mid-range. Like, don't always settle for a 3. And I think that's something that the Cavs actually did a lot of tonight. But at the same time, didn't really do a lot. And I'm not saying it was like the shots were just, they weren't just falling. It was just a case of like the Cavs weren't getting lucky with their shots. They needed to take advantage of it, and they were also missing opportunities, I guess you could say. Now, going over to Golden State, what they could improve on is, honestly, Durant had a great game. I'm not even gonna lie. I know I rip on Durant a lot, but he really did. He had a great game. 13, 8, and 8. Honestly, I think what Durant needs to do, because he's taller than Zaza, and he's also, or I think he's about the same height. Durant is 6'9". Okay, so he's shorter, but Durant kind of needs to step it up, because Draymond's only 6'7", and Durant is 6'9", and I really do believe that Durant can actually go ahead and he can actually get a lot more rebounds than 8. And that's again something that Durant needs to take care of. Draymond, he had an amazing game, but one thing that's gonna happen is, say for example, tonight wasn't an off night for the Cavs, right? And I get Draymond's known for his defense, I really do. All defensive team, I don't know which all defensive team he's gonna be on, but still, all defensive team. But he needs to work on getting open. He really does. Because I'm not saying he needs to drop a double-double every game with points and rebounds, but I'm definitely saying he does need to score points, just in case someone such as Tristan Thompson goes ahead and he also drops 20 points. And it's just a case of that way someone such as Draymond can match that game so that they actually have the advantage. Zaza, I can't really say much other than he needs to work on his defense and not allow people such as LeBron to get into the paint so easily. And it's brought up not just by me, but it's also brought up by people such as Smooth, such as wow, drawing a blank. My bad, guys. Such as Smooth, such as Chris Smooth, and again, I'm drawing a blank, so I'm sorry if I draw a blank, guys. But yeah, that's something that Zaza needs to work on. He needs to work on his defense, and it's on the inside. Obviously, yes, Tristan didn't score any, but he definitely needs to my bad, guys. He needs to work on his inside defense, is because someone such as LeBron, if LeBron's gonna cut and Durant switches, that's going to be something that Zaza needs to work on, because obviously LeBron, we all know, one of the most elite players in the league. Klay Thompson, same thing with Draymond. He needs to step up on the scoring. I know that there are more options on the team in terms of scoring. Three of them actually, besides Klay. Durant, Draymond, and Steph. All right, I'm personally sick and tired of seeing Zaza having more points than Klay Thompson, and I know Klay Thompson has a lot, and I know Klay Thompson is a lot better than Zaza. I honestly think that's something that Klay he needs to work on. Whether he needs to work on getting his shot back, or whether Klay, because he was only 3 of 16, field goals today, and he was 0 for 5 from the field, and that's something that I don't really hear a lot when I hear Klay Thompson. And is that he was 0 for 5 from the field. Well, because Klay, he really doesn't miss a 3. Curry, honestly, I can't really say. Again, another guy I know I rip on him a lot, but honestly, I really don't see the issue with Curry's game. He's having a really good finals. But the one thing he needs to do is obviously he needs to contain Kyrie Irving, and so that way Kyrie doesn't always take advantage of the mismatch on the defensive side. Because honestly, in my opinion, I do believe that Kyrie is the better point guard, or because of the defensive standpoint, and that's kind of what gives Kyrie the advantage over Mr. Curry. Yeah, and I don't mean to draw a blank there, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, in terms of like game 1 and my reaction and my thoughts on it, honestly, I think that the Cavs need to do a lot better. I really do. I think that for Golden State, I think that if they really were, like, if they knew the Cavs were struggling in that third quarter, I think they probably should have taken advantage of it a lot more. Or by, who knows, probably attacking the paint a lot more. Or so. But definitely a good game on Golden State's part, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, an absolutely trash game on the Cavs' part. I mean, again, for one thing that the Cavs need to do is they can't always rely on LeBron, on Kevin Love, and Kyrie to do all the dirty work. They need to actually put in the same work, because honestly, I think that's going to be something that helps this team go ahead and win the finals. Is the effort by everybody else on the team. So, alright guys, so that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let me know what you guys thought about Game 1 down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Deuce.